Well, we're live again. Okay, this Sunday again, and this is Steve's place. I'm glad to see everyone here. And before we get to our main program, just a few notes to go over. Number one is we want to remind everyone to sign up and become a member of the Tesla Tech channel here. We have over 600 videos available to people at this time. 600 for members. You know, we have uh, all the uh, all the extraordinary technology conferences are now uploaded. The exotic research conferences are all uploaded. The global sciences, we just started on it. You know, we have 87 to 89 up there. Uh, Actually, I think it's to 90. And we're getting ready to add another 4 years worth, about another 230 videos here in the next month. So we ask everyone to please become a member. And then also, they have a new thing on YouTube called Super Thanks. And with Super Thanks, uh, if you really like a video, you could do, instead of just a thumbs up, you can hit Super Thanks, and it will do like a one-time animation, a big explosion and everything on a comment, and then it has uh, a special thing on the comment to really highlight it and make it really stand out. And it gives you an opportunity to donate from $1 to $50 in increments there. So check it out. It's a new thing they just started. Um, and it's a way to help support the stuff that you want to see. And we're looking for those super thanks as a guide to what you guys really want to watch. So anyway, I also need to bring up our upcoming conference, August 10th to 14th. We'll be in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Please sign up. Right now, I'm giving a 30% discount. Please get in there and get registered. If call the hotel, get your registration in there. If you have a problem, call me. They're supposed to be opened up now, and if they're not, give me a call and I will get it taken care of. I can't encourage you enough to go to conferences. You know, Ever since COVID, it seems like everyone's all of a sudden isolated themselves, and it leads to stinking thinking. And and what would really be good is if everybody shows up to the conference, and because who knows, tomorrow may not come. You never can tell. And now, with further ado, let me introduce you to uh, Phil Wilson here. Phil is the owner operator of Relax Saunas and that, and he has a really fantastic device that he's going to be able to fill us in on. Okay, take it away, Phil.
Hello, Steve. It's good to be here. I love your conference that I've been at the last couple Augusts, and I have enjoyed speaking there. And it's a wonderful conference in Albuquerque, and I'm really happy to be able to talk about the Relax Sauna now and talk about far infrared energy as itself an extraordinary technology. So I guess I do have a slideshow here, and so simultaneously without slides, but we'll use the slides and see how they do, okay? And then we can entertain questions. I'm a graduate. I was a graduate student in mathematics at Ohio State University after getting a degree at Indiana University. This is before I awakened and before I had any concept of extraordinary technologies, but not really. I went to, as a high school student, I went to a program on laser light that I didn't want to go to. I wanted to go to the mathematics program for some special program for gifted high school students. And so that was my first introduction to lasers and invisible light. And so, I think that was probably important that happened just to get me adjusted. Life is, that's the way life works. So that's an introduction to me. I started a health food store in 1980. I had an out-of-body experience in 1970 in February. 1971 in August, I had I didn't know what to call it. I guess you could call it a Kundalini experience. And my whole spinal energy, and I was just in a very, very ecstatic state. And I loved it so much, I became a fruitarian for about 9 months. So at that time, I became very sensitive, couldn't eat anything hardly except for fruit. Basically, I lived on cashews, dates, and figs for about 9 months and would have a little bit of yogurt, a little bit of brown rice, herbal teas. I got introduced in herbal teas. And so that's how I got into holistic health, and also how I got into a more advanced form of meditating and started finding out about the different levels of reality, the fact that every cell in my body has consciousness. Oh my God, I was thrown into a whole new world. I was introduced into reincarnation, which I hadn't even considered before. I was more into living in the moment, and that's the key. As a matter of fact, I just found something from October 26, 1970 that I wrote. Something about, actually, I have it right here. I said to live in the future is to be in a dream world. The apex of life can be achieved only by experiencing the present. I was meditating in 1997, and I experienced momentum. This is the voices I heard, and the pictures. It came with like a movie and everything, sort of like the way Richard Bach got his Jonathan Livingston Seagull book, sort of like shown to him in a movie. At any rate, the momentum, taking advantage of the moment, propelling yourself into greatness, and taking advantage of the moment means way more than just living in the moment. It means living in the moment and listening. It means being vigilant. Being vigilant is very, very important. It's listening, and when you listen to your inner consciousness, you start glistening. So in a sense, you could say it's like God listening. You listen to the inner aspect of who you are, the utmost, and some people call that God. So that's how you start glistening. So that's a history of how I got into selling herbal vitamins way back in 1973 part-time, 76 full-time, when I found out I didn't get a master's in math and my job that I lined up teaching at a junior college fell through. So that's how I got into the herbal business. But there's a process how life works, and I was thrown into it because I didn't need to be a mathematician again. I'd done that before, and I needed to be doing solving problems, or not solving problems, but resolving problems on a higher level. I couldn't do math anymore. It just was too mental for me, and I was wanting to tune into the cosmic rhythms of life and listen to that. And it goes beyond the mental. I was great at logic. I was probably the best logic student to come out of Indiana University as an undergraduate. I aced all the tests for 2 years in all the symbolic logic courses I took, and there are a lot of graduate students in philosophy there. So that's a little bit of history on me, and we have about 50 more minutes here. I'm going to try to talk a little fast, at the same time be in the moment so you guys can hear me, because it's very important that you be able to hear what is coming through me, because extraordinary technology is very important. Excuse me for a second. I want to grab. Interesting. Okay. I just wanted to see what anyway. The name of my company is Relax Saunas of Momentum. And I want to talk about far infrared energy, and I want to talk about, later on, the extraordinary technology of far infrared energy. I had lunch today with a man who learned about far infrared energy from Dr. Sherry Rogers. Dr. Sherry Rogers basically spawned an industry when she wrote the book Detoxify or Die, and that's coming up a little bit later in the slideshow. Dr. Sherry Rogers is an environmental medical doctor, and he tested this man in around 2001 and said, oh my God, your cadmium, your mercury, your lead are off the charts. Got to go into a sauna immediately, you know, like not immediately, but within a week. And so he did it every day within a month or 2 months or 3 months. He was healthy again. He was very, very sick. He had a mustard gas explosion happen in a swimming pool with an accident of chemicals getting mixed. At any rate, he was raving about the technology, and far infrared saunas was basically it was the whole industry was spawned by Dr. Sherry Rogers in her book Detoxify or Die, which came out in 2001. And again, she was an environmental medical doctor, an MD, and many people who were left to dead had come to her, and she found that if you need to detoxify, you need to detoxify, you need to detoxify. And I saw recently there's 3 causes for sickness. Okay, number 1 is deficiency of minerals. Number 2 is too many toxins and gunk in the body that doesn't belong there. And 3, you can have an accident, a physical accident or something like that. So let's move on. Feeling the real. I'm going to be, moving in between both the far infrared energy and the unique technology and the extraordinary technology that Relax Sauna did. So there's a special kind of feeling you get by being in the Relax Sauna because it has more of the far infrared energy. See, far infrared energy is between 4 and 1,000 nanometers, and we'll show that in another slide too. So let's move on and we can see where we go. This is exactly what I was talking about. The far infrared energy is, you see those dotted little lines right there, the 5 dots, the 9 dots, the 11 dots. Excuse me for a second. We had an emergency, and I'm letting the person know that there's no longer an emergency. So I apologize. Okay, so it's between the 4 and 14 microns. That's a specific frequency of light, specific wavelengths, and that's the same wavelength that water is in that range in human bodies and mammals and birds. We all vibrate at 9.4 microns. Now you see where the ultraviolet and see where the visible light is. Now the wavelength of red is about 0.79 microns. So if water is at 8 microns, that means the wavelength of water is about 10 times the wavelength of red. Now we can only see between violet and red and a little bit of near infrared. That's the toaster kind of energy. So we're speaking about a longer wavelength. Now, this is a specific wavelength. And if you saw What the Bleep Do You Know about quantum physics, where a wave becomes a wavicle, becomes a particle. So what's so special about the far infrared light between 4 and 14 micron is the fact that it's the same frequency, the same wavelength as water. And since our body is, according to the man who wrote The Fourth Phase of Water, Gerald Pollack, he says 99% of our body is water, although I think 79% of the cells are water. In other words, by weight, 99% of our body is water. We are a water being. And so the vibration of human bodies, birds, mammals, is 9.4 microns. So basically, if we can shine a particular frequency of light between 4 and 14 microns, if we can do it 8 microns, 9.4 microns, then the water molecule at this and the wavelength that we're sending at this, they're the same. So water and our bodies cannot really tell the difference. We can't tell the difference between we don't see it as not us. So it merges with us. It merges with us. This is sort of like my understanding of what's going on. I was talking to a lady who last weekend who's a physicist, and she explained about far infrared energy, that the voltage is done, and she also explained that microwave does something very, very different than far infrared energy. Far infrared energy is very, very healthy. Microwave is not. So the wavelength that you want in these far infrared machines, the far infrared saunas, those wavelengths that you want to be as close as you can to the frequency of water, which is 8 microns, and the frequency of our bodies, which is 9.4 microns. Same with dogs, cats, mammals, and birds. So what makes the Relax Sauna technology so unique is that it took the Relax Sauna Company 10 years to fulfill the request of a Japanese company, saying, this is an electrical company in Taiwan, and a Japanese company says, can you find a way to create hot springs energy in our homes? Can you do that? And the company said, sure, we'll give it the old college try, or whatever they said in Taiwanese or in Chinese. And 10 years later, it took 10 years for them, from 1987 to 1997, to perfect the technology. They came up with a semi-conductor chip, and they came out initially with a lamp which looks like this, and it's got 4 of those chips there. And this won an award in 1998 at a Pittsburgh Inventing Convention. It won a gold award. Not sure exactly what that meant, but there's also a research done on this lamp, or the predecessor of it. This is 200 watts. It's a table lamp, and we had a predecessor which was 150 watts, and it didn't have the gooseneck on it. So that they performed research on that, and they took a Philips near-infrared light bulb. They took mice, pigs, and humans, and they took the predecessor to this, which is 150 watt. And the 150 watt Relax far infrared lamp increased circulation and penetrated more deeply in mice, humans, significantly more than did the Philips near-infrared light bulb. And both, were penetrated significantly deep into the tissues, and also increased circulation and microcirculation greatly. To say that we have a big one of these. It's a medical lamp, and I think we'll be showing that later on too. And that particular lamp is a medical device with the FDA, and I believe we are able to say that it increases microcirculation and helps get rid of inflammation and hence pain. So moving along in our slide, this is what I said, that it increases circulation, it activates mitochondrial energy production, releases heavy metals that are stored in the body's fat cells, and burns calories too. It increases body temperature, and it mobilizes the lymphatic system to remove heavy metals. Now we have it also oxygenates the cells, and we've been at many conferences, about 400 medical conferences in the last 20 years. That's a lot. And we have found out that increasing the body temperature will actually increase absorption of nutrients 20%. And this is major, and this is wonderful. And this is also fulfilling the dream of Hippocrates. See, when you have an infrared sauna, and as distinguished from a Finnish sauna. Now, I understand that there are more Finns in Finland that there are more saunas in Finland than there are Finns. I don't know if that's true, but whether it's true or not, there are a lot of saunas in Finland, and it's part of their culture. And I really believe that the future of America should be a relaxed sauna, or at least an infrared sauna in every home. And that should be the foundation of a home, because we all have showers in our homes. I don't know anyone who doesn't. Almost everyone does, suffice it to say. We also, many of us have washing machines. And the purpose of a washing machine is to cleanse the clothes throughout the inside and the outside. Every fiber needs to be cleansed, and the water miraculously goes to the solid clothes and washes and cleans out every cell, every fiber of the clothes. Now, the shower with the water does not go through the body. It does not penetrate like water penetrates clothes and saturates the clothes, and then we call it wet. The shower does not saturate the inside of our body. It just drips off like water off a duck's back. So it is good for cleaning the outside of our body, but it's totally inept at cleaning the inside. And if the three things that cause problems with health is toxins in the world, deficiency of nutrients, and accidents, then it would make sense that we would want to have a way to cleanse the physical body, to cleanse every cell. Well, the light, the invisible light, actually penetrates every cell of the body. The far infrared light goes into the body 2 inches, 1 3/4 to 2 inches. It doesn't really stop there. Every cell then talks to the next cell, its neighbor, just like in that telephone game as a kid. But this is very effective. These cells, hear clearly and communicate clearly. And so what you experience is a deep penetrating warmth throughout the body. Now, when I'm at conferences and I want to get people in the sauna, and I just tell them the truth. It feels like your loving grandma is giving you a big loving hug. And people say, oh, or sometimes I say it's like basking in divine love, or like being in the presence of a Qigong master. When the Relax Sauna literature came out way back, it said, create a hot springs in your home, and it's like being in the presence of a Qigong master. Again, basking in divine love. You go out into the sun and you close your eyes and you feel the deep warmth of the sun penetrating. If your back is toward the sun, you can feel it penetrating your clothes and going deep, deep inside and giving you that wonderful relief, that release, that relaxation, that moment of timelessness. And it turns out that far infrared does precisely this when they've studied. There are many, many, many studies, and I like to talk more about the experiences, because you guys you can go on Google and do research on PubMed.com, and there's 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 articles about how far infrared does this and this and that. And on YouTube, there are 20, 30, 50 different sauna companies all saying, oh my gosh, I feel detoxed, I feel clean. And the man who I had lunch with today said, using this wooden sauna that he bought for $3,500 20 years ago, it worked. It got his cancer to go away, or it got his heavy metal toxicity on mercury, cadmium, and lead to be relieved. And that's what you want. All saunas work. The reason the extraordinary technology of the Relax Sauna works is because we give you about 5 to 9 times more of the active ingredient that I talked about in that last slide. I call it the loving light. The loving light I define to be frequency of 4 to 14 micron, which resonates with the water molecules and the organic cells of human bodies, mammals like dogs and cats and birds, and as well as the water in plants. And it's like, oh my God, you have a good feeling. And what the far infrared does also, or what heating the body temperature does, and far infrared, what it does, it fulfills the dream of Hippocrates. The dream of Hippocrates is find me a way to create sweat or fever, and I will cure disease. So if you can create sweat or fever, what is fever? Raising body temperature. There was a study on reddit.com where the man was able to, he did an experiment. He said, wow, this research on infrared saunas is amazing. I can't believe this. And they got $250 saunas on Amazon. Wow, I'm going to get one and see if it works. And he tested it. To his chagrin, it didn't work. I mean, it did increase body temperature a half a degree only in 25 minutes. And when he checked out the biometrics and the heart rate variability test and all the scientific experiments, it failed. It did not do what the research said far infrared saunas would do. He got a $500 Amazon sauna, reputed to be one of the best portable saunas, and he got the same results. So then he bought a Relax Sauna with skepticism, saying, I don't know, but he was impressed, very impressed. Not only did it increase body temperature about 2.8 to 3.2 degrees in 25 minutes, but way more than that. The biometrics, he said, are amazing. As he writes up this report, he said, I'd like to recommend a cheaper sauna, but don't waste your time because they don't do what it does. But the Relax Sauna actually did the heart rate variability test that he performed on it actually exceeded what the research said it could do. It was probably 1.5 times the benefit. And that's because it all goes down to the active ingredient. And the active ingredient in the saunas that they've tested for many years are between the measurement, the wavelengths are between 2 and 25 microns. So anything between 2 and 4 microns and between 14 and 25 is not going to resonate with the water molecules. And in that picture that you see on the screen is a great example of resonating. It's like a perfect example that I've not seen. I've seen before, but I'd never put 2 and 2 together. But that's what happens, and they mesh, and it creates heat inside it warms up the water molecule. I'd like to be able to tell you more about the difference between far infrared and microwave and what it does. And that's something all of you listening, if you're especially attuned to what Steve does with the Extraordinary Technology Conference, then you may know more about this, because I have a degree in mathematics, and frankly, when I got into physics and electronics, I could understand the math aspect of it, but this physical world is not easy for me to understand. I joke about not being able to even understand how roads are built. At any rate, let's go on to some of the other slides. Far infrared therapy is one of the biggest breakthroughs in the health industry, and it can improve blood pressure. It can speed healing. It does improve circulation. And from my experience, not that it can, it will, but to be not making claims, it certainly can do this, and does this for probably 90 to 99% of the people who get in front of far infrared energy, whether it be in a sauna or even there's clothing out there. People can infuse far infrared ray energy into water. They can infuse it into things. I mean, the far infrared energy is the loving light. It's the loving light. The far infrared energy is what goes through the sand and resonates with the water in turtle eggs, causing the temperature of the turtle egg to rise, activating the embryo to grow into a turtle. Otherwise, it would not. So far infrared energy increases body temperature, it mobilizes the lymph to get rid of the heavy metals, the toxins. And I've seen people in the medical establishment said there's no proof that far infrared saunas detoxify you. I'm not sure if that's actually true, because but boy, it sure does have a reputation, and there are hundreds of thousands, maybe millions of people who do not have cancer, do not have health problems like they used to do until they started doing infrared saunas. And even the regular saunas, and I should be going into that, the Finnish saunas, there was a study done recently, a 20-year study, just remarkably showing that those who did far infrared, the Finnish saunas, for 4 to 7 times a week, their heart health and their life expectancy, not life expectancy, how long they live, was significantly more than those who only saunaed 0 to 1 times. And they also did a 1 to 2 and a 3 to 4 or something like that. But yeah, the more times you sauna, the healthier you're going to be. And that's like one of those old wives' tales. It's like tradition. Everyone knows that. That's what saunas do. They clean you. And the far infrared sauna, according to Dr. Sherry Rogers, is the superior sauna because it's energy medicine. It's not heat. So the heat in an infrared sauna that you can see in back of me, that's the Relax Sauna. You can see it. Well, yeah, you can see it. You could see it, but I don't know if you can see it. But if you make the healing spectrum of light screen bigger, you can see the sauna. But it's to my right. Oh no, it's to my left. There it is. You can see the whole thing there. Okay. Moving on to the slides. And this is a little bit how it works. It resonates and pulsates the molecules in the body. There's a video on YouTube. I think it was taken off, but it was on there for 5-10 years ago. But after COVID happened, so much stuff was censored. And there's a lot of misinformation in the sauna industry as well. People think that near infrared is like God's greatest gift to the world. Near infrared lasers is a different technology. It's not so much infrared heat technology. Laser technology is one specific frequency, like 800, like 0.81 nanometers or 0.9 nanometers or something like that, or 1.1 nanometers. And that can penetrate 9 inches, but it only does that one particular point. It's not a wavelength. So the near infrared light bulb, for example, penetrates 1 to 2 millimeters. And there are some very, very, on our website, we have that video, but it's really hard to find on YouTube right more, where it says that the near infrared penetrates 1 to 2 millimeters, but the far infrared goes 1 to 3/4 to 2 inches. It emulsifies fats, and you can see the toxins rising and leaving the body. And it's like when you're cleaning silver or gold and cleansing it, the dross will go to the top, and that gets cleansed off and wiped off, and it's released. So detoxification, extremely important. It says here the far infrared stimulates and activates the water molecules. It pushes out toxins stored in the fat cells. It improves blood circulation and metabolic function. It cleanses the body of harmful toxins. All that is true. And this is sort of what it does. It pulsates and spins. See, it creates a spin and a pulsation and a vibration. It does something, and this is not done by microwave. Microwave is sort of nasty, and people are concerned about EMF. And the cell phone that I carry, the cell phone, are 100 times more dangerous than any household appliance about dangerous EMF. But the good news, there's Japanese research from 20 years ago pointing out that the far infrared energy is amazing in that it actually antidotes. It actually antidotes not just sunburn. And I put 3 people in the Relax Sauna with sunburn pain of 6, and 1 came out with a pain of 1, and the other 2 came out with no pain at all. And so how can this be? You'd think that you would heat. It's not heat. It's light. It's light energy. And if anything, we need to get through our heads. I need to get through my head. After 10 years of using the Relax Sauna, I've got the zipper zipped up at the end after 22 minutes. Man, am I hot. I am hotter than hot, and I can't wait to get out. And I have to move my body if I want to go an extra 8 minutes, although I had a great sweat in 20 minutes. And sometimes, I'll duck my head too in the Relax Sauna. You have the choice, and I believe that you have the choice, that having the choice to put your head in or out is very, very important, very therapeutic. But after 22 minutes, I'm hot. And finally it dawned on me, it's the light, not the heat. I unzipped the zipper, and wow, I was comfortable, and I still sweated profusely. It did not interfere with my sweating. So these are some very, very important things. Now, it says in here in the slide, the far infrared energy narrows the water molecules. The heat treatments spreads the blood vessels, and it speeds up the flow of the blood. So see what you're doing with the water molecules getting smaller, the blood cells are going to get smaller, and also the inside of the capillaries, those will get small, they'll dilate. And so therefore you're going to have much greater blood flow. And it's like I can give the analogy, instead of semi trucks going through on a road, you've got bicycles. So it's going to go a lot faster, and you're going to get a lot more out there. And one of the most important parts of far infrared saunas is the activating the parasympathetic nervous system. It grounds you, it relaxes you, it gets rid of stress, it activates the mitochondria also to create ATP and nitric oxide, and this revitalizes you. And that's why people said, I don't understand it. I just got in the relaxed sauna. I feel relaxed and I feel energized. And again, people say that their heart centers open. They say that they feel joy, they feel uplifted, they feel a certain amount of kind of joy, or they go out and say, I don't know, I just feel good. You know, all saunas are going to give you a little bit of this. But again, when you have 5 times more of this important nutrient, the light nutrient, the far infrared light nutrient, the loving light, between 4 and 14 microns, you have 5 to 9 times more of that in the relaxed sauna. And that's our claim to fame. That's what makes the relaxed sauna the most therapeutic sauna, according to the lady who wrote the book Gastrogirl. I can't remember her name right now, even though she's a good friend. But anyway, Rebecca Harder wrote the book, and again, it's the relaxed sauna is known to be the most therapeutic sauna, and it's the preferred sauna by almost any doctor I know. You know, some people like the wooden saunas. There's some other portable saunas that are okay, but they're not the relaxed saunas. I've been in a lot of the so-called best other portable saunas, and after 35 minutes, you know, you sort of, it feels nice. You know, there's a little bit of sweat, but it's not profuse sweat after 20 minutes. It takes about 10, 15 minutes to feel really warm and toasty. And it's good, but again, it's not great. It's like in the presidential elections, I'm not sure, you know, long after Jack Kennedy, you know, was the president, in the debate, some man said, but you're no Jack Kennedy. And so no other portable is the relaxed sauna. They're just not the relaxed sauna. Relaxed sauna does get hot, but we do have a sophisticated temperature control device called a zipper. You just unzip it. Again, with the relaxed sauna, there's 3 or 4 things we need to learn about far infrared energy. Number 1, it's a light, so its speed is 186,000 miles per second. Also, even though it's invisible, it's reflected by a mirror. I mean, who would have thought? It's invisible, but it's still reflected by a visible mirror. And also, you know, there's no absolute zero, so there's no absolute 180 degrees. The right over here, or right over, I don't know, I can't do it, but the sauna behind me on the bottom, there's 2 radiators, and the 2 radiators are 180 degrees. But if they're 179.9 and 186,000 miles per second, it's going to become a ricochet, and that's going to be in a very, very bright, invisible, but yet very bright light box. So you have an invisible light box that snakes can see. And we actually interviewed a snake about 2 years ago, and the snakes, 2 of them, they said, oh my God, this is so much better than the light, than the heater we have in our cage. It really feels a lot better, and they really liked it a lot. And the animal communicator that we were with, the 2 snakes, told us this. So moving quite along, find me a way to create sweat or fever, and I will cure disease. This is the dream of Hippocrates. Again, creating fever is another name for raising body temperature. Dr. Paul Anderson, who has a cancer clinic in Washington State mentioned to me, as did his assistant, who's in charge of that division of IV therapy, saying that they are able to put their patients into the Relax Sauna with their hands sticking out with an IV thing in there for vitamin C or whatever else they put in there. And they were able to raise the body temperature 4.2 degrees. Now, all infrared saunas are good. I maintain that. I continue to maintain that. But again, all moving vehicles can get you to the grocery store a lot quicker than walking. A bicycle is great. And if you've never seen a car, you're going to be really, really happy with your bicycle. So there's thousands of testimonies on other saunas saying, God, this is great. Yeah, but they haven't been in the Relax Sauna, and they are good. They really are good, and they do save lives. So, but it's like the guy from Reddit.com said, don't waste your time on the cheaper saunas. They just cannot increase body temperature nearly as much as the Relax Sauna. And we have a lot of doctors giving a thumbs up. And these are many, many doctors. Dr. Robert O. Young, he's a PhD, and he's quite famous. He's an author. He's written about a dozen books. One is the pH Miracle book, and he's been using saunas for 35 years. And he's got, very, very expensive wood saunas that he's owned for years, but he uses the Relax Sauna every day. And because it works, and it works instantly. And that's really important because, you don't think, oh, it takes 5-10 minutes to heat up. Yeah, but when I want something, I want it now. If I'm having an asthma attack, I don't want to wait 10 minutes. I can get rid of it in 1 minute. So continuing along our slides, Dr. Gerald Pollack said that the far infrared energy from the sun gives plants the power to move and to bend. He talks a lot about the fourth phase of water, and talks about this fourth, he calls it, I forget the name of it, something like ER water. Anyway, that's not what it's called, but he says that accidentally one of his workers at the labs shined a light, and it increased the amount of the fourth phase of water. And they found out the far infrared light increases it more so, and that's the fourth phase of water is totally pure water, where there's nothing can be dissolved in it, and that's again what you want in your body. You want to cleanse your body, you want to get the toxins out, and far infrared energy is just what the doctor ordered, the holistic doctor especially. Now, I mentioned before, the far infrared actually goes to the sand. The turtles have an arrangement with the sun. They lay the eggs 2 inches below the surface, and they know that the sunlight, the far infrared light, is going to be able to warm that turtle egg. And it can be cold outside, and the skin and the sand gets hot by the ultraviolet, but the far infrared goes deep. That's why cats lie in the sun, not in the shade. This is the Rebecca Harder. She has about 15 pages on the This is the book. It's a compendium of lots of information that she gives to her clients. It's got information on ozone, on hyperbaric oxygen chambers, on rebounding, on inversion machines, on far infrared energy, of course, on castor oil, and many other holistic protocols that are wonderful, that can help your body work better and be healthy. I mean, it's just great information if you want to, okay, I don't know anything about health. It's a great introductory book called Saving America One Colon at a Time. Rebecca spent 10 years not selling wooden saunas, and 5 years ago, after the last 5 or 10 years, just looking at our sauna and saying, oh my, I have a wooden sauna that couldn't be nearly as good as that. She just turned her nose and walked away. And 5 years ago, she got in the Relax Sauna and said, oh my gosh, in 3 minutes, I can't believe the difference. And she has helped us sell about 150, or probably, because of her book, probably thousands of saunas, but she herself has sold at least 150 saunas to her clients because it works. And she says in the book, and she said this before she ever had the Relax Sauna, every home needs an infrared sauna because it detoxifies you. Like if you have a relaxed colon, you're going to cleanse better. A lot of massage therapists, colon hydrotherapists, they will put their clients in the Relax Sauna for 7 minutes before they do a treatment. And same with chiropractors. And even psychologists will do this because it gets you into the now. When you're in the now, you can hear. And being able to hear and be present is what life's all about, because that's when all the magic happens. There's the book by Dr. Sherry Rogers that spawned an industry, and she still promotes. She's in her 80s and she's retired and living in Florida now. She was out of Syracuse, New York, and this young man who's 75, who I had lunch with today, was just raving about that was his doctor in 1981. She fixed him up, and then again in 2001 he came back and she said, "Oh my God, your metals are off the chart," and a far infrared sauna got him back. He just went home today with the Relax Sauna, and he's all excited about it because he's seen about 25 of my videos on YouTube. Our website is relaxsaunas.com, and you can also go to YouTube and put Relax Sauna, Relax Far Infrared Sauna. But go to relaxsaunas.com or relaxsaunas.com/superior, and you can get the latest information on it. Now, I talked to Dr. Bill Akpinar many times. I've been at his cancer clinic in Queens, New York City, and he has been promoting the Relax Sauna. He's a Qigong master. He's an acupuncturist. He's a Chinese medical doctor. He's a medical doctor and a holistic dentist. And he has saved the lives of hundreds and thousands of individuals through the ozone that he does. And he also promotes the Relax Sauna and other technologies that are very good. He is a strong proponent of the Relax Sauna and says, every time, he uses the Relax Sauna, when he brings it on the road, he says he doesn't know how people can live without it. And frankly, if I go out more than 1 or 2 days without the Relax Sauna, it's difficult. The Relax Sauna is easy to travel with, and we'll show you how easy it is to put together and all that in a few minutes. I don't have much more time, so I better get through these slides. We live in a toxic world. Doris Rapp, she passed recently in the last year or two, but at about age 90, she was a medical doctor and she challenged all this holistic health stuff and discovered they were all right. And she recommended Karen Russell to see me at the ACAM conference about 15 years ago. And she got a Relax Sauna, and her heavy metals reports for the first time in 2.5 years came back normal with lead and mercury. Okay, what can far infrared saunas do? Well, I already talked about this and about that study. The Relax Sauna has been used for arthritis, fibromyalgia, headaches, migraines, aches, and pains. And people on kidney dialysis also reported that after they get their kidney dialysis, if they use the sauna before that, they don't have to go through a day or two of hell afterwards. Massage therapists, I talked about. The muscles are already relaxed. You can go deeper because the fascia are warm. You can go and do deep tissue massage that you couldn't have done before, and it also gives more life to the massage therapist's hands. Far infrared light, it comes from the sun. It travels at the speed of light. It's responsible for photosynthesis. Its hugging generates far infrared ray. Mammals generate. We are far infrared light beings. Premies exposed to far infrared ray in incubators respond, and they shouldn't stop. Far infrared energy resonates with every cell in the body. It generates oxygen in the blood. It stands alone as a healing device. It's not a sauna. A prairie dog is not a dog. A sea lion is not a lion, and a seahorse is not a horse. A far-infrared energy sauna is energy medicine at its finest. It pulsates the water in your cells. That's in your body. That's what it does, and in your cells. Here's an example of a non-portable, of a non-relaxed sauna, portable sauna with the uncomfortable camping chair. But it's got panels on the inside. The relaxed sauna has the radiators, the wooden saunas. They're all going to be good for you. Well, we already talked about the detoxify or die book. Far infrared mobilizes the lymphatic system. It detoxes you from heavy metals, plastics, and phthalates, dioxins, and chlorine, pesticides. Oh my God, glyphosates, metabolic waste. It increases microcirculation. The pain and inflammation is reduced. It activates the parasympathetic, so it causes. We had a lady in a mental health conference, and she came into the relaxed sauna, did a 30-minute sweat, left, came back an hour later, and said, Phil, after 8 to 10 minutes, I experienced the deepest, most profound sense of relaxation I've ever had in my life. History of the relaxed sauna. It's made in Taiwan. I already talked all about that. It took 10 years for them to discover how to do this, and you can have hot springs energy in your home. I've got 30 more slides and about 9 more minutes, so good luck for Phil. What makes the relaxed sauna so special? Well, it improves, it's a cascading, magical, dynamic effect that transforms your health and your life. Well, all saunas should do this. Relaxed sauna just does it more. Improves circulation, the penetrating infrared energy, improves the blood circulation like no other sauna. It beautifies the skin and reduces signs of aging. It speeds up the healing by improving circulation. We have great results for people with neuropathy. A lady from Boston at a Lyme conference had Lyme for 2.5 years. And therefore, she also, in this case, had neuropathy. And after 12 minutes in the relaxed sauna, she had tingling in her fingers and toes for the first time. And she has a portable sauna in her house that she used at least a dozen times for an hour and never did that. And so that's something. It heats up faster than a wood sauna. The relaxed far infrared sauna heats up in only 20 seconds. That's remarkable. 20 seconds, you feel really warm and toasty. So if you come in on a cold day and you're frostbit or you're really, oh my gosh, really chilled or have the chills, the relaxed sauna can help you. If you're a massage therapist, you want to put people in for 5 minutes, you can do it because it heats up instantly. You don't have to wait 10 minutes for it to warm up. So you'd have to people put in for 20 minutes. So thousands love and prefer the relaxed sauna. Again, no warm up period. It feels toasty and loving in 2 to 3 minutes. It's great for 5 to 10 minute sessions with your clothes on just to get rid of arthritis. We had a man who had a motorcycle accident. His pain level was about a 6. This is in Texas. He got in the sauna and his pain was reduced to 3 for the first time in about 4 years. And he did buy a sauna. It does increase body temperature significantly in 25 minutes. Let's see. This seems to be the same. Okay, this is a lady who, Paula, and there's a video on her on the relaxsaunas.com/superior page /superior, where she talks about how she had really, really heavy mold toxicity. The wooden saunas did not help her, and the relaxed sauna did. This is Dr. James Onikian. He was world kickboxing champion, and he worked with Dr. Akpinar also. He's a business partner of Dr. Bill Akpinar, and he bought 10 saunas for me and turned Dr. Akpinar into finding out about the relaxed sauna. This is Dr. Robert O. Young, and there's a video where he explains the benefits of the relaxed sauna also. He has given us 2 videos and one where he explains very clearly how saunas work, and that's on the relaxsaunas.com/superior page. So I recommend. There's also other very, very good instructional videos on that page. This is Anna Louise Gittleman. When I was in the health food industry selling to health food stores, she was one of the most famous authors. She wrote the book, Guess What's Coming to Dinner, in terms of parasites in your food. And she absolutely loves the relaxed sauna. Her husband interviewed me recently on a podcast, and she's very sensitive, and she can tell what it does. And she gave us a video also. This is the lady that I told you, Karen Russell, who after 2.5 months, her heavy metal toxicity, 2.5 years of having the blood reports come back with mercury and lead off the charts. In 1 month, her blood work was normal for the first time in 2.5 years. So and this was in 2008 when these pictures happened. And this was, she was our poster woman for a while. That's the old tent, what it looked like. Now it's sort of quilted. Going back, she did reduce cellulite 65 to 70%. She noticed that her skin looked so much prettier and moist. Everyone tells us that the face, that the skin looks so much better. I mean, it's remarkable. As a matter of fact, I don't even know where the vaccine I got, the smallpox vaccine or whatever. Everyone as a kid had a little scar. I don't even know where mine is anymore, because I've been using the Relax Sauna about 20 minutes every morning for about 20 years, believe it or not. And then I talked about the water and washing machines cleanses the clothes, but the light in the Relax Sauna cleanses every cell of the body and gives you that purification feeling. The Relax Sauna is purifying. It's like the draw sleeves. You have emotional and mental gunk gone. You feel more clear, more so than any other sauna. It's remarkable, the difference. And again, if you've got another sauna, there's a 30-day money back guarantee. By the way, for those watching this until the end of May of 2022, if you use the word Tesla, Tesla, Tesla at relaxsaunas.com, we're going to give you actually, we're going to give you $150 off if you use the word Tesla as the discount code at relaxsaunas.com till the end of May. Tesla, Tesla. If you come to the Tesla convention, we'll give you the same discount, $150 off in August in Albuquerque. I'm planning on being there. I've loved the conference. I highly recommend going into it. It's very, very inspirational for all the people. I mean, it's unbelievable, all the extraordinary technologies are introduced. Let me quickly go through these slides. Here's an independent Relax Sauna review, which we're not going to be able to see. Let's see. After my intense disappointment, this is the lady the guy from Reddit.com. Benefits of owning Relax Sauna: detoxifies heavy metals and chemicals from the body. It burns calories for weight loss, improves circulation, more youthful skin. Absolutely. Increases mitochondria. You feel energized and relaxed at the same time. In the morning, you feel more energized. In the evening, if you're really tired, it's like truth serum, and you feel really relaxed. It's the highest level of absorbable far infrared of any infrared sauna. It's made from, again, our technology. We use a semi-conductor chip, and that, see, it's temperature controlled, and it filters out the near infrared. So we only give you between 4 and 14 micron. We only give you the loving light. Other saunas, other portable saunas only give you 20 to 36% of this particular wavelength. And the larger, the wooden saunas, maybe 50, 55%, some as low as 36 or 40, some as high as 60%, but not 95%. The way to test it is how much it will increase your body temperature. Some of the benefits of farms and saunas by consumers. We're pro-choice. It's a green product. We recycle the far infrared light by using the silver in the reflecting tent. We have a portable case to carry it. It just weighs 18 pounds. This is a $2,000 medical, $2,000 sauna selling at $1,500 right now in 2022 on the internet. Reasons why are preferred by consumers: it takes very little space. It comes with quality insulated, comfortable chair. You fold a towel on a seat, you drape a second towel. It's very easy to clean. You zip up the sauna and you turn it on for 5 minutes and it kills all the bacteria. So we have scientific documentation research. We're receiving testimonials every day. We've received a whole bunch. We have our website. We sell, I don't know, sometimes 5 and 10 saunas every day on our website. Now, I'll go on. It's my time is up, but I'm gonna put these. I don't know if they'll go over or not, but anyway, reasons why infrared saunas are preferred by consumers and health. It only generates far infrared ray. It's not the heat, but the far infrared light that is affecting you physically, mentally, and emotionally. That's very, very important. This is the cornerstone of what I've been saying. It's a beautiful picture, huh? When you bathe in the healing light, miracles happen. Heavy metals, EMF, asthma, autism, Lyme, cancer. This is those who don't methylate. That's what MTFH are, non-methylators. Parasites, counteract microwave. That's the lamp. That's a medical device. It's proven to diminish severe. It also got rid of MRSA. One lady said antibiotics for 8 months couldn't get rid of her grandma's MRSA and wound, and the Relax Sauna radiator, this one here, in 5 weeks got rid of the MRSA and also got rid of the and healed the wound. The table lamp that I showed you, it beautifies the skin. It can be used for locally for cramps. The Relax Sauna is one of the best way for getting rid of menstrual cramps, sore throat, helping you with the eyes, resting the eyes, decongestion. You duck your head in the Relax Sauna, and it can get rid of sinus difficulties in 2 minutes. With it above it, it works in 8 minutes. The far infrared energy filters. It purifies the air. And the outgassing, there's very little outgassing. Many will attest to that. It's made with polyester and cotton batting, and the far infrared energy counteracts all that. It counteracts EMF. Far infrared energy is like a miracle light. It's the loving light from the sun. This is a wound that the lamp, the Relax Sauna Sky Eye lamp took care of, and in 7 weeks, it took from that great big awful thing to hardly anything. It's the most advanced of any far infrared light generator. It generates the purest, cleanest, most intense soothing light, and that's real. It's the most soothing light. You feel softer. It's soft, like there's no harsh light. The other ones are nice, but they're not the Relax Sauna, and they all do benefit. But if you want the la creme de la creme, the Relax Sauna will do it. There's a 30-day money-back guarantee. And we have hundreds of testimonies comparing the Relax Sauna to every known other kind of portable or wooden infrared sauna. We have a lie-down sauna, and that's good too. It feels great, and it works. 94% of our sales are sit-up saunas, 6% lie-down saunas, but those if you're really, really weak and you really have trouble sitting up, the lie-down sauna is great. There's one man who uses the sit-up sauna, and then he uses it twice, and then he goes into the lie-down sauna and then falls asleep, and he just says it's the greatest, the combination of both. It's safe for the entire family, kids, dogs, cats. My ex-wife and I used to go on the floor, sit on the floor of the sauna, and then the 3 dogs, the 2 Chihuahuas and the Schnauzer would come in, and we'd have a 5-some, I guess. So they're really, really nice. It's very healthy. Kids usually who are young like that will go in, and after 10, 11, 12 minutes, they'll start getting a little bit of sweating. They'll leave. But if you're a teenager or an athlete, man, it just feels, there's nothing that feels so good as a good sweat, a profuse sweat, like being in the Relax Sauna. Where to get the Relax Sauna products? Well, Momentum 98 Natural Health Store in Columbus, Ohio was the first place to start selling them in the United States, or one of the first places. That's my store. And then we created the company Relax Saunas Momentum now, and you can go on the internet at relaxsaunas.com. Relaxsaunas.com. There you go. And it's also by my name on underneath my picture right here. And that's the website I wanted to talk about, because that's where we have the article on reddit.com. We have pages from Rebecca Harder's book, Gastrogirl on there, and you can link to the first two links after the pictures of the sauna on that website. Then we have Dr. Robert O. Young's interview. We have Dr. Onikian's interview. We have Paula Schofield, who had the mold toxicity, and many other videos are on that page. And then we have got around 300, 400, 500 URLs and around 800 videos. We have a lot of 20 years of road work where I've been using the Relax Sauna almost every morning, and it's all on there. So we have my store. There's the phone number of the store, and we even have my cell phone on there. Right now, I'm still accessible. I'm writing a book. The name of the book, be looking for it sometime this year for sure. It's called Pictures of the Mind. Pictures of the Mind is the name of the book. The subtitle is Freeing Yourself from Beliefs That No Longer Serve You. And that's my email. I've been working on the book for 5 years, and I'm ready to gear down and get it out, because it's important for people to know not to believe anything, and not to disbelieve anything as well. I mean, you connect with your inner guidance. You connect, and when you connect and you go into the relaxed sauna, you can really feel the purity. You can feel the cleansing. You can feel really, oh my God, this really feels good. And it's all about you tuning into that which you are. And the more you tune in, the more you're going to be able to appreciate how wonderful the relaxed sauna is. And Steve, it's been a pleasure. I know I went over about 7 minutes. I hope that's okay. And I'm willing to answer questions or willing to hear you talk now.
Well, thank you for being here, and we are not on any tight time schedule or anything like that, so you can rest your mind on that. So I like to have one of those saunas, but I just can't spring it right now. When I was there in San Mateo, I think it was a key factor in me not getting sick, real sick,
Oh yeah.
I spent a lot of time in that sauna, it was kind of chilly there, and
Yeah.
very warming, you know. But I've seen you around for like what, 3-4 years at least.
Yes, that's right.
And,
well, we're gonna work something out in the next week, Steve. You call me on Monday or Tuesday, and I'm gonna at least loan you one tomorrow or Tuesday. Okay.
Well, every chance I get, the only problem with these saunas is if you don't, well, the wife wanted too, so I could end up in a divorce. Now, who gets custody of the sauna?
Yeah. And we've had a lot of people come to me and says, well, I got divorced, and he got the sauna, so I need to buy another one. I've had people say that if they were ever in a fire, the first thing they would do is grab their sauna.
I believe it, and I find the technology, just incredible. I've always been fascinated. And every time chance I see at a show, I try to get a treatment at least,
Yeah.
But,
hey, you might want to remind people. I'm gonna make sure right now. The discount code at relaxsaunas.com is Tesla, and we're gonna do. Usually we give $100 discount, but not today. Today we're gonna give $150 discount till the end of May, so we have 15 days. And I'm setting that up right now with the discount code Tesla will be $150 off. And again, usually the most we give is $100 off. But
I'll send that out on an email I'm getting ready to send out for this week.
Yeah, great.
So, and
yeah, so that's Tesla, TESLA, and I just set it up right now, so it's working right now. TSLA at relaxsaunas.com if you order a relax sauna. We also have the black sauna, which is a snazzy looking for people who have money, who just love the way it looks. It's a little bit extra, but again, that's also available on our website along with the lie down sauna, the sky eye lamp. but it'd be $150 off all 4 of those items.
I remember when I first went into infrared, it was, back in the 80s, late
Yeah.
80s,
Wow.
at one of the global science conferences there. So Dean was kind of ahead of his time, because it just come out, and my girlfriend at the time, she had something wrong with her shoulder and everything, and I couldn't get her out from underneath that thing, at the show.
We
So,
have this a lot. People go in with arthritis pain of 9, and it goes down to a 2 or 4 or a 0. This is like, I've put 150,000 people in the Relax Sauna at over 400 medical and other conferences, and I've seen 20 to 25,000 minor or major miracles.
wow, I believe it, and the biggest problem I think we have today is, and here we got a comment here from
Hey,
William
we have
Hanford.
a comment.
And he was at our conference last year.
It's like what I say, that it gives you not only joy, but it gives you almost a feeling of euphoria. Not everyone is sensitive to that, but we had a man come into our store we had a farmer's market outside of our health food store about 8 years ago. And the guy, he said, he tried it at an expo, and he only tried it for a while. And then he tried it in the store for about 10 minutes and then left. And 20 minutes later, he came back and says, I just feel so good. I don't understand. I mean, I'm going to get this sauna because I feel so good after having been in the sauna for 10 minutes. It's that kind of an after effect.
Yeah. And I also feel like right now one of our biggest problems we have is toxicity of the environment, and it's coming at us from all over right now.
Toxicity is again, at lunch today with the 75-year-old man who just purchased a Relax Sauna. He'd been using saunas for years, and he saw the Relax Sauna. He saw about 25 of my videos, and he told his son, forget about that wooden sauna. We're getting this one. No, I don't want you to build one. This is the one. And in 2 minutes, he was sweating because he's a sweater, but it's like, some people just gravitate toward the Relax Sauna. Like, it's like, I know who I am, and I think that every woman should fall in love with me, but sometimes they didn't, so everyone finds a sauna that's right for them.
Yeah. Well, you living in Ohio should be aware, that back east, most of the distribution pipes for the water system were lead. And
Yeah.
one of the big problems is, as the old plumbers aged and that retired, the new plumbers didn't know how to properly anneal that lead, and that's how come got a lot of lead in the water, and people aren't even aware of it. But this should go a long ways to help eliminate that.
There are cancer clinics in San Diego and in LA and Anaheim and Washington State, and a lot in Mexico. The Baja Medical Clinic in Baja. Jennifer Mealy runs that clinic. They all use the Relax Sauna and recommend it to their patients. It's like what the man this afternoon said. He said, everyone who has cancer needs to be using a far infrared sauna. Like, no question. Everyone who has Lyme disease, who has mold toxicity, if they're not using an infrared sauna, they're not doing all that they could be doing. See, it's, again, we have medical tyranny in this world, and it's been, ever since 1909 and before, I presume. But when I got involved in the industry in 1971, you're not allowed to say certain things and all that. But there's no reason why. There is a reason money-wise, but if the world were a pure place, there'd be a Relax Sauna and a Sky Eye Relax radiator in every emergency room of every hospital. These things are lifesavers. Anyone who has cancer, Lyme disease, mold toxicity, fibromyalgia, arthritis, any kind of pain and inflammation, there's no reason why they shouldn't be using infrared saunas every day, once or twice a day, at least 3 times a week. It's a culture in Finland, and it's only because of the attitude. And again, it's like far infrared saunas belong in every home. It will actually it'll transform a house into a home, because where there's a home, there's a hearth. How's that?
It's pretty good. And with that, I'm gonna call it a night.
Good. Thank you very much. It's a pleasure and an honor to be able to give this presentation. I do really appreciate it.
And I'll see you later on this week.
Yes, I'll do that. Thanks so much, Steve. Thanks so
Have
much.
a great day.
Okay, bye now.